Hey guys, what's going on? This is Panther Dragon. Today we got a new video for you guys today. Well, if you haven't seen the most recent video, I have become the rank 1 jungler of my server. Can I get a clap of hands?
Oh, get that fucking
So yeah, with that being said, this video is going to be about how I got there, you know, my journey to getting the rank 1 jungler, some tips for you guys, and some of the highlights of me climbing, and telling you all about my venture, about, you know, how I essentially got there with my new tricks in Season 10. So without ado, let's get right into the video.
You never see it come down.
Woo! That was sick! That was 2v5. Alright, so one of the things that happened in Season 10, especially in Season 10, was, well, to be honest, I hard improved in Season 10. Some players are, well, stuck in Season 8 and Season 9. Their mentality, their play style of the game, you know what I'm talking about? Like, in my opinion, all the players who are in Season 10 and like Challenger are better players than what the players of Challenger Season 9 were. You know, it happens every year. In Silver, Platinum, you have people who have like Challenger mechanics, know how to smurf on Yasuo, but they may be smart as a chimp and go from 9-0 to 9-18. Trust me, in ARAMs and Normals, I have seen people who are in Gold, Platinum, have actual good mechanics, but they're just kind of dumb. They don't know how to essentially close out the game and win it. They just kind of split push, ARAM, do whatever, you know. It even happens in Challenger. People don't actually know what they're doing sometimes. But let's just say, you know, you're a Yasuo and you have a brain. Guess what? Now you're not going to be taking every fight that looks, you know, fun for Yasuo. You're going to take fights that are good for Yasuo. Since I don't play Yasuo, here's an example. So here you can see the enemy top laner is stacking a huge wave, and I need to contest the enemy Lee Sin from killing our top lane. But now this is difficult because the mid laner is now not showing and he wants to dive him as well. At this point, I cannot go in my jungle and I kind of have to sit here, hope my top laner smurfs for me to do DPS, and finally their mid laner does come. So what is going on through my brain? Well, first of all, this little girl is a big threat. She can take my flash, ignite me, hell, she can just flash on me, use all her abilities, and I probably die at some point. And also, she can follow me with her flash. That didn't go through my brain. The only two things that came to my brain were dodge her Q and don't get hit by her bubble. I'm probably gonna die if I do. For Lee Sin, essentially just dodges Q and then I can actually go in and fight them once their abilities are gone. Again, I have to defend my top laner from dying to this, and yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah. Let's just hope he lives. Nice! Impact your beast. Grab should still be up. So obviously me, I actually could have played that better. I could have not been in range for their flashes to like essentially kill me. But they did expend their flash and our top laner kind of gets a bonus out of it. So that's really good. Kha'Zix also outscales Lee Sin, so in that sense, it's a win, for sure. Also, while doing this video, to be honest, I remember another tip that I have is reviewing your own gameplay is really good. You can see what you could have done better in certain scenarios, and you know, the next time you play a champion, you're gonna be like, I won't do that next time. I'll do this instead. In this next scenario I'm about to show is that, you know, in certain scenarios, like I said, you have to know what you have to do in the heat of the moment. In this scenario, our Talon, aka Free, is dead. Yes, I know, what's new, but we also have a Rise split pushing in the top lane. So, the enemy does a desperate Baron, and the only thing I have to do is stall for time, as well as maybe try and steal the Baron. So again, try and dodge most of the cooldowns that are big, dodge CC, you know, just simple mechanics. So now that I know my job, let's see how this scenario plays out.
the end of the game here.
Well, what can I say? It turned out pretty well if I do say so myself. The next thing I want to talk about is dodging bad champ selects. So essentially you can get a bunch of info by copy pasting the lobby and then putting it into OPGG. You can see right here that everyone is on a loss streak, as well as we'll skip ahead to see why it's bad. Oh, I remember this now. It's because we had 3 junglers for some reason and had 2 autofills. So I won't play a game that has 2 autofills unless they know how to play their secondary role. But let's be honest here, junglers are pretty stupid. They don't know how to play any other role but jungler, and they only know how to PvE. That's all they know. They don't know how to lane against actual good players, and yeah, so that's why this was a dodge. There's other scenarios where, like, let's say your champion, like you're playing Yasuo into a Renekton mid lane, you're gonna get probably stumped, you can't play the game, etc. Or they have Braum, like a bunch of beefy people who can just step on Yasuo. You know what I mean? Like, if your champ can 1v9, essentially you might want to dodge. If you want to rely on your teammates to 1v9, they have a good matchup, they have a good game, you know, the champion can 1v9 the game, then yeah, by all means stay. But like, you know, there are bad champ selects you shouldn't go through. The -3 is pretty good. A -10 is also pretty good, especially in low elo, where you get like a bunch of gains. But I've trained my mind to the point where I know when a loss is a loss, so I just take the -10, don't care, just never look back, and continue with my life. You know, maybe you have AP, mid, top, and jungle. That's like one of the worst things to do. They just have a bunch of tanks, build MR, and it's GG. You know, lobbies like that. Also, if you really want, you know, the enemy to dodge, just lock in Master Eteric. Works about 75% of the time. It's a good strat. Now, next thing we're going to be talking about is picking meta champions, ditch champions that get nerfed. Yep. Every month on this channel, you will see me main a different champion. Maybe it's Warwick, maybe it's Hecarim, maybe it's Elise, maybe it's Nunu. At some point, it could be Sona in the bot lane. You never know. They just become meta, I become a meta slave. Pretty good. But guess what? You know, to all the people who say I'm a meta slave, I mean, I'm rank 1 jungler, you're not. But for real, I mean, everyone in high elo is. Yeah, maybe you get that one Annie mid player, but at the same time, that champion's not bad at all. In fact, I think it's pretty good. Hard CC can probably roam if it wants. Champions that I really don't think people should be playing, but are still playing it, it's stuff like Set. That champion's been nerfed 5 million times. This is the one patch where I just think it's really bad. Obviously, people will still play it just because of its competitive playstyle, aka being a flex pick and in the jungle, but I actually think it's really bad for support, especially support. Yeah, so stop playing Set support in my games. If you're watching this video and you lost with me on Set, you probably know that I'm talking about you, by the way. This tip for AD carries, I think, should be especially known because obviously AD carries come in and out, right? Like if you're playing Kai'Sa, Xayah, she's alright, or Aphelios, or even Varus, these champions suck right now. The current meta for ADCs right now is essentially just utility AD carries, early lane bullies, not scaling ADCs who want to 1v9 later. Like, you need to have your items at 2 items or 3. Otherwise, you're useless. And Varus isn't a lane bully anymore, so get out. But you guys understand what I mean. For mid lane, Syndra, guys, her Q costs a bunch of mana now. It's not 40, it's 60. It's not a lane bully anymore. She is now a crappy mage. There's literally 70 other picks you can pick for mid lane, but some people just want to play Syndra, and you know, it's been nerfed like 5 patches in a row, so maybe try something else. Next tip I want to tell you guys is spam 1 champion or 2. Just be one trick. Honestly, there's a bunch of them in NA. They actually get a pretty high elo, and when they're off their champion, they have a 35% win rate. Yep, that's not good. But they can actually smurf on their champion. And if you know the ins and out of your champion, guess what? You're going to smurf on people who don't know that you can do such things, such as playing Nunu and rolling a snowball level 2. No one knows that happens. I do. I'm a one trick. I play Nunu. I'm the best Nunu on the planet. I'm also the rank 1 jungler, if, you know, you guys forgot. So yeah, spamming 1 champion can get you a lot of elo, but be prepared. If you are off your one trick, people have the right to flame you because you might have a negative win rate in every other champion you play. Don't worry guys, I never flamed this person. Nope, I never did. I actually didn't. but I flamed other people and they deserved it. The next thing you guys should work on, I worked on a lot, was be aggressive, proactive, stop AFK farming unless you're a level 6 champion like Evelyn or whatever. But honestly, if you probably know your champion like Fiddlesticks, Evelyn, there are other level 6 champions, you can probably sneak in a few ganks if you know that it's pretty free from what you're seeing on the map. Like obviously Evelyn can't 1v1 and a Lee Sin, but if that Lee Sin is doing camps or is doing nothing in the map or is on the opposite side of the map, you could probably sneak in a few ganks if you don't 2v2. You know what I'm trying to say? But also don't force things that you shouldn't. There's literally nothing you can do. There's no free kills on the map. AFK farming is very valid. But obviously you should always be looking for something as a jungler. If you're not, I hope your team survives until 15 minutes. So something I actually learned in Season 10 was laners like to stack waves on the enemy and then dive them. If your laners know how to slow push, stack 5 waves, whatever, and then get level 6 and dive the enemy, you should be there as a jungler. Because if the enemy misses 3 waves, he is down in XP, he is down in farm, and he has to either back off the turret or call his jungler or call a bunch of resources to make sure he doesn't die. But most of the time they don't have wards or can't react fast enough, so they end up dying, and your laner, whoever is laning against him, gets a free lane because now the enemy player is kind of screwed. Even if you die, as long as the enemy misses 3 waves, you did your job as a jungler. You might be a bit behind on the enemy jungler, but who cares? At least one lane is winning, and every jungler loves 3 winning lanes. The next thing I learned in Season 10 was, in team fights, figure out what's the biggest threat and tell your teammates to save cooldowns for him. You can see in this game, the Echo is Giga fed while everyone else is kind of whatever, and Senna's, backline support, whatever. So if we just hold our CC, our abilities for Echo, make sure the Camille ults him and then Galio ults on top of him, he can't play the game, that's really good. Because essentially we're holding all our CC for the most important member of the enemy team, aka Echo, and if he's dead, there's a high chance we can probably win the team fight, since we do have a Sona and Nunu, and the enemy team has low DPS. Unfortunately, our Sivir dies, and we take a really bad team fight, and no one used their cooldowns on Echo because he never showed, so essentially we don't have the Galio Camille combo for the Echo who's about to run us, and we actually almost win this fight. Imagine if Sivir was alive and maybe Echo dies at the beginning of the team fight or something, we all divert our attention to him and we probably would have won, to be honest, but maybe not. That's our best chance at winning a team fight, is if we focus the most powerful member and then we slowly balled as a team with Sona and Nunu and just ran their team. Unfortunately that didn't happen, but I'm pretty sure if Echo dies, we win the game. So if you analyze that before the game-breaking team fight happens, you'll probably win more games just because of that. Now, the next tip is kind of ironic, but play selfishly. Your team sucks. Yeah, especially if you're in low elo, you should really play to 1v9 instead of to get carried, because if you're diamond, that's a hellhole, or platinum, everyone kind of sucks, so you're gonna have to pick up your A game and try and carry so you can get to wherever you want to get, master, diamond, etc. If you're gold and you want to get the platinum, step it up. Play selfishly, screw your teammates, you're the MVP. The next tip I want to give is perfect your playstyle. Don't listen to your teammates' pings unless they're good players. When your laners spam ping you, don't listen to that stuff. They're probably wrong, to be honest, but they probably want something in a sense, your top laner is 0 and 3, they spam ping you, gank me. Dude, as a jungler, you've been through that phase where you go try and help your 0-3 top lane, you get double killed. It sucks. So, if you're winning games and you're doing your own thing, just stick with it, perfect it, in my opinion. Obviously, when you get to super high elo, you're gonna have to play with your teammates, help your lanes, etc. Essentially, the players are good at some point, but yeah, don't worry about others, just perfect yourself, and you should probably climb a lot of elo once you start playing essentially your game. Not your teammates' game, but your game. An example of me is, I like to play Nunu like a degenerate and spam gank lanes. That's how I like playing. If I don't get these ganks off, well, I'm kind of in a bad spot, and I hope someone can carry me because I've been wasting too much time trying to get my lanes ahead when I'm going to be behind the enemy jungler. But if my lanes are ahead, that's good because Nunu is a support champ, so it works out. Oh yeah, and Nunu doesn't like kills, right? He wants to get his laners fed. He can't do anything if he's 10-0. He can just build tank and that's it. But if his laners are, one item while the enemy is 3 items everywhere, he's just kind of useless. But with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and sometimes I stream at Twitch, but mostly it's on Facebook. And if you guys did like this video, leave a thumbs up because it indicates that, people like this video, so I can make more of it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.